Hey everyone, N here. So I have a bad habit of impulse buying peculiar things. I was looking through my shelves the other day and I stumbled upon a purchase I made a couple months back. Now originally I bought this set because I saw Gamera on the cover and I'd never seen a Gamera movie, so I thought, oh sweet, why not? Well, upon turning over to the back, I was greeted to this amazing screenshot from a film in the set, and I saw it and thought, yeah, I gotta watch this. So, here we are. We are going to be talking about the movie Killers from Space from 1954. Get your popcorn ready. The movie starts off with a test of an atom bomb and a scientist viewing and monitoring radiation and science stuff from an airplane overhead. Within the explosion, they see an orb of light and it crashes their ship. The pilot and scientist are presumed to be dead, but the scientist, Dean Martin, comes walking up to the base all good except for a weird scar on his chest. The government thinks that he might be a spy or an imposter, so they run body scans and all that good stuff, and aside from some memory loss, he checks out, so they send him home. At home, he acts a bit weird and wants to know when the government is doing another test with the bombs. The next day he checks back into work and he wants to get back in the old grind, but of course they think he should relax a bit, or else it's being chucked off into the loony bin. Crazy is what crazy does, and he decides to sneak into the vault where they keep the top secret atom bomb papers, but he gets a bit sloppy and leaves the door open and some of the ashes from his pipe that he smoked. Great work, Doctor. Of course they put the pieces together and go on the hunt for Dr. Martin. But he's sort of just driving around, acting very strange. He's haunted by a vision of two big eyes and crashes his car. When he wakes up, he's in the hospital and the government officials are there. They're there. The government officials are there. To get to the bottom of things, they inject him with a truth serum. And, if they wanted to know if he was real, couldn't they have used that in the beginning? Right? Anyway, he ends up recounting what happened after the crash. He pretty much had died, and the bright lights were aliens that abducted him, and they had done surgery on his heart with these weird cigarettes taped to sticks? I don't know, but that's how he had the scar on his chest. So they end up telling him their plan. The aliens are currently under the crust of the Earth and are harnessing energy from the bomb testings with a lot of well thought out math, yada yada, solved for X. The aliens come from the planet Astron Delta, and their sun burnt out, so they evolved to have large eyes to see in the dark. And since they didn't have any sun, there were no crops, so they pretty much planet hop and take over. They tell Dr. Martin that if he helps them find out where the next test will be, then they'll let him be the one human to survive while they take over Earth. Of course, Dr. Martin ain't about that life, so he tries to escape. Unfortunately for Dr. Martin, they live in an extensive cave, and he comes across a giant spider, and a lizard, and a giant grasshopper, and another lizard, and another, and there's another one. And how many are there down here? Dr. Martin ends up running back to where he started, and the leader of the aliens says that they are using the radiation to modify creatures so that they can use them to take over the Earth. Radiation affecting creatures. Where have I heard that before? It's probably nothing. The aliens have a weird problem. The thing that they're using to collect energy needs a constant amount of power, and if it dips below, it goes kaplooey. So they really need Dr. Martin to help out, and he's not really excited at the prospect, so they end up brainwashing him. They pretty much show him this, and it's very strange, and it made me laugh. But there it is. And this brings us back to the hospital, where, of course, the people listening don't believe a word he said. He doesn't think he's crazy, and he gets to work on math to figure out how they're powering their machine, and turns out the aliens ran a power cord to the local power plant, so he wants to go over there and shut off the power to make their machine blow up. Dr. Martin makes an escape for it, and everyone thinks he's crazy, so they put out a call and everyone goes after him. He ends up making it to the power plant and holds a guy hostage with a gun he stole from said guy, and says this.
Nothing will happen and you can do what you want with me. But if I'm right.
So, they turn off the power for 10 seconds and there's a big explosion, and they see a mushroom cloud out the window, and turns out he was right all along. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. It just kind of ends. I mean, but then again, I feel like a lot of old films are sort of like that. It's just like something happens and then end. Fin. There you go. You're good now. Go. You're done with the movie. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. You enjoyed your movie. This was a fun movie. I feel like there was missed potential, though. This whole time, I thought the movie was going to have a twist of someone being a traitor or the aliens had infiltrated the government, but it never went there. I thought for sure Dr. Martin was an alien in disguise, or he had some sort of device implanted in him to control him, and he was trying to steal the plans, and then it'd be up to the other characters to notice something was off with him and try to stop him. Or maybe someone in the government was an alien trying to stop Dr. Martin from being involved and ruining their plans. But I mean, that didn't happen. I also sort of wish maybe we would have seen more action from the aliens for conquering planets. I mean, they were pretty relaxed about the whole things and sort of just hung out underground while everything was going on. I mean, a lot really depended on Dr. Martin just, complying with everything and not screwing up their plans. I think it would have been super funny to see one of those lizards destroy a tiny set as the aliens retaliating, or at least the beginning of their conquest, but that might just be me wanting more cheese. Overall, though, I think it was a pretty fun movie, with it only clocking in about an hour and 10 minutes. I think it'd be perfect if you were in the mood for, a cheesy sci-fi black and white movie. And also, while the designs for the aliens aren't really the greatest, I mean, they're kind of basic. I mean, it's not great. I do feel like it has potential, though. So it's like a little extra I'm tacking in at the end of this. I want to try redesigning them, or at least making an illustration to sort of see how they would look as like creepy aliens, I thought that would be kind of cool. So that's what this is. Well, that about does it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I'll be back really soon. I'm not sure what I'll be talking about, either art or another movie. I feel like I kind of want to do art this time, but I don't know exactly what to make a video on, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. I just hope you're here to watch it. So, see ya!